Bueno, gente, aquí está Richard Corey Estrada. De un guest se llama Ricardo Guerra, de Phoenix. Está un artist de aquí, de un amigo, Mike Salt. Hay muchos mexicanos son muy buenos artistas también, ¿no?
Sí, cómo no, muchos se avientan, como diseñar, demasiado. Es una cosa que aprende uno practicando, ¿sabes? Pero el color con que yo me mantengo es otra dirección también que tiene que entender uno totalmente qué es. Y eso toma más tiempo porque es, como dije yo, mi Biblia, estos libros de este señor Johannes son mi segunda Biblia, que ha hecho por años, estudiar ya, con unos 25 años estudiando colores, como les parece algo.
¿Cómo se llama este? ¿Sabes un nombre?
No, todavía no, porque no lo termino todavía. Y tengo que,
se parece mucho mundos, ¿no?
No, sí, más o menos porque me gusta combinar todos estos colores y luego algo redondo no te lleva para afuera del cuadro, así, juntando los colores y poniéndole mucho. Voy a cambiar esto demasiado, ¿verdad? Con la lleve para la casa, lo lleve para la casa.
¿Tú dices, abuela, tú vas para Princeton?
Sí.
¿Para arts, no?
No. Era más psychological courses. El último me duele la lengua, se me hace. Y bueno, me mandó Western Electric y de ese curso aprendí mucho de la gente, cómo se portaban y por qué esto y el otro. Sí, y eso es parte de mi arte, cómo representar un color así, donde nomás una persona le va a gustar y no sabe ni por qué. Porque entrando a la persona en el corazón, y si es algo bueno, pues lo vamos a ver, es como unas montañas, ¿no? O lo que sea, algo muy lindo, una mujer. Algo, bueno, cuando miras a una persona, como sea, algo.
As you can see, ladies and gentlemen, I have an artist that actually done that incredible painting right in front of you. Is Richard Guerra and his friend Michael Tote. And they both here in Camp Verde today, and I just want to ask Richard, you just came up from Phoenix today, huh?
That's right.
And I guess you had a great love for art all your life?
Since I was in third grade.
Third grade? That's what I hear another artist. He's been painting since he's about 80 years old. But you're kind of unusual, and I think it's really unique. And your spears, they look universal or worldly. Is that what you had designed when you painted them? What were they?
Actually, there wasn't anything. What I go for is continuity, flowing lines that flow together. Makes me feel a lot better and it's a lot easier for me. And I just put colors together. It's the main thing here. Being zeroed in on color and having studied it now for about 26 years. That's why I come up with this instead of the straight lines, you might say. Because I don't like straight lines to speak of, even though I do abstract work that way.
Yeah, the colors are really dramatic. I mean, they really will catch you. I can't imagine what they look in a frame. They would probably be worth quite a bit. But anyway, but you do all kinds of portraits, huh?
There isn't anything I haven't covered, you might say, and I do it quite well. I don't mind saying.
Yeah.
My work shows that what I can do.
Right.
And this is more of an experimentation, I should say, in color. And that's why it's spirit, because there's so much you can add to them. And that's precisely what I've been after for a long period of time, is the execution, proper execution. Other than that.
Yeah. Why don't you go ahead and set that one down and go to the next one. And then I'll just follow you. Go ahead. Okay. Guys. I'll get you to talk up a little bit louder, though.
Very loud.
You need to talk up a little bit louder.
Right there. That's good.
So do you have any idea why you paint like this?
Yes, I have an idea.
Do you?
Like I said, I've been studying color. And the reason why it's well, associated with psychology, you might say. How to
Okay.
execute it to where you can get someone wrapped up in it to where it makes them feel good as
Mm-hmm.
good as I felt one. Because I get real excited at times when I start seeing it come together. And mostly in these spheres, well, it stays within this realm, so to speak, instead of leading off this way or that way. And then the brightness of colors, of course. Color is what it's all about.
Right. You know, you have a lot of colors in there that belong to the rainbow. And I think that the rainbow is kind of mystic. We really don't know what it is and what it does. Why is it there? It's got to be something more than just a beautiful thing every time it rains.
Well, I'll tell you what, from what I read in the Bible, it's God's way of showing you that he'll never cause the earth a deluge like he did before with flood. That's, every time you see it, that's what it represents. However, the color spectrum there, all the colors are there, would separate them. And that's where these unite. They all have a place. They're either, well, they go together or they won't. In most cases, now I try to paint complementary colors and then harmonious colors. And of course, designs interacting with one another. It's taking you back right to where I first started, so you won't lose or go out of the painting, you might say. Essentially, that's it.
Let me, yeah, those colors are really, they're quite beautiful. I think I'm sure someplace in the universe that's what it's meant to be. The whole concept of life and peace.
That's a compliment. I would like to look at it that way. Someday, maybe in spiritual form, we might see it.
Yeah, I think so. I think it's more so than you realize. We just have, for whatever reason, have lost that ability, and I think it's always been there. But anyway...
every one of these colors, every one of these colors has an effect on everyone practically. They're very well defined psychologically, and this is one of the reasons, primary reasons I distribute it this way and use them this way for that reason. Like I say, to reach in and maybe make a person feel good just by, that's all it takes. Just to make them feel good.
Make them feel good. Well, why don't you sit that one down and do the next one.
Huh? This one, it's about halfway. And
Halfway?
about halfway done.
Oh.
I don't do too much with linear lines like this because they seem to be highly restrictive instead of flowing. I like to keep it going. And this stops you here, stops you there, and leads you out this way. But then again, it's a challenge to combine colors in these forms, which is not too difficult to do.
I forgot to ask you, the other two that, I don't know if a lot of artists do, but I don't know if you do. Do you name your photos? Or
I haven't yet come to that point.
Haven't come to that point yet? Yeah, this one is with the lines. I could see that there was a mood or a different thing going on within you, and I think that's probably what goes on within mankind. Is they get too much control over those lines. Get control over them.
Right. It's calculated instead of letting it flow from me.
Exactly. Like the other ones are very.
That's why, in a way, don't particularly like to do. Even some of them turn out pretty interesting. Study of color, sure. Essentially, that's about the side of it as far as the usage of color. Just like this little area here. There's a lot of brightness and a lot of expression there, and how should I say it? It gets your heart pumping a little bit because it's a nice combination. Whereas other areas are not so congenial and cooperative as those.
You weren't going through something then, were you? Like a mood change or?
No, it's just a study in reality.
Study.
Yeah, because I'm learning all the time.
Yeah.
And sooner or later, I'll get the hang of really putting it down like the others I have. So I combine any form in every form, so I won't show any limitedness.
Mm-hmm.
And
Well, go ahead and sit it down, guys.
okay.
And then you go turn it down like that for a second. And then what I'm going to do is